He is known for his food reviews on Instagram, and he's taking on a culinary journey that combines smoky flavors of Southern barbecue with a rich, vibrant island flair. Here to share more about Island Bay Cocina is Ollie from Ollie Be Eaten. Hey, Ollie,
hey.
You're throwing up the shaka.
Gotta throw up the shaka, yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, thanks for coming on. Tell us about Island Bay Cocina.
Okay, so it's a barbecue business. I started about 4 years ago. I run it now with my partner, Andrea, and we specialize in Hawaiian, fusion, Latin barbecue. Emphasizing on the Texas style low and slow smoking things. I have 4 smokers and I use them very well.
Wow, so yummy. That sounds delicious. Tell me how you came up with the Hawaiian Latin combo.
Okay, yeah, so I grew up in Hawaii where I fell in love with Hawaiian food. You know, they do a lot of low and slow smoked meats. When I came out to the Bay Area in high school, I was introduced to the amazing world of Latin cuisine and the spices and things that I had never been accustomed to, I fell in love with. And so I wanted to bring those two things together. It started off as a jerky business, and then I wanted to get into barbecue, and so I started doing that at first at home. Then it turned into pop-ups, and we've provided ribs at events like R&B and Ribs in the city, and now I do catering, corporate events, parties, all of that.
Amazing, so fabulous. So tell me a little bit about the menu that people can choose from if they choose you as a caterer.
Yeah, so it's like I said, we have Texas style barbecue, so we do brisket, ribs, pulled pork. Everything's wood smoked, and then we have sides, whether you want Hawaiian style sides like rice and mac salad, or Latin style sides like frijoles and arroz, you know, like the rice and beans. It's pretty much whatever you want. It's a mix and match, and I like people to, you know, get creative with what we offer for their specific needs or with the theme of the party.
Okay, wonderful. I love it so much. So we were just seeing some video, Ollie, of you doing food reviews. Tell me about the food critic portion of this.
Yeah, so on Instagram, I'm Ollie Be Eaten. We've been doing that for about 4 years now, and I love shedding light on local businesses, small mom and pop shops, as well as partnering with large brands as well. So it's taken us all around the world. We've got to experience some amazing things, but at the end of it, like, I just want to bring the truth to people and bring amazing recommendations to the people in the Bay Area, which I love so much.
Yes, fabulous. All right, Ollie, I want to talk about what we've got on the table today. We've obviously got some sauces here, and then we've got, looks like ribs and delicious mac. Tell me about what we're going to eat today.
Okay, so these are my signature ribs. These are slow smoked for 6 hours on wood smoke, mesquite actually. And then this mac and cheese is my special recipe of mac and cheese. Fun fact, I recently realized I was gluten intolerant, so I had to redefine my whole entire menu, and I now offer gluten-free barbecue. So hopefully you won't taste any sort of difference, but I just, you know, I lean on my chef skills to make sure everything's tasting perfect.
Okay, so are you making gluten-free pasta as well, or?
So I don't make the pasta yet. I do make
the barbecue.
Just the barbecue. Oh no, so these are gluten-free noodles as well.
Oh, they are.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I don't make the pasta yet. But yeah, it all is, and so it's like I like to be able to. For me, like, the biggest thing when I realized that was that I wasn't able to eat some of my favorite foods, right? Pizza, pasta, right? So I found a workaround. I had to make it myself, and now I'm able to provide amazing tasting food to people, even if they have dietary restrictions.
So cool. We eat gluten-free in my house too, and I've noticed that, like, a lot of the sauces have gluten. I mean, you don't even realize. You have to really start reading the ingredients. Yes, they sneak it in there. All right, let's start taking a bite here.
Okay.
And Ollie, I know you have your special recipe, so I won't ask for your recipe, but any suggestions? Because when I make mac, I feel like it all sticks together. Like, how do you make it so creamy and good?
Okay, for sure. So a couple things. Taste it while I'm talking. So a couple things. Don't overcook the noodles because they are going to go into the oven in a cheese sauce.
So good.
I'm glad you like it. Yeah, don't overcook the noodles, and then as well as just make sure that you don't add all the cheese at once, because it's going to get thicker as it goes, you know? So it's like, start with your cream level and add cheese as you need to get the right consistency, and please understand that it's going to reduce once it gets in the oven as well. So that's why it starts off a little, like, you know, wetter, and then it firms up perfectly.
So should you be, like, kind of undercooking the noodles so that they cook fully in the
the term al dente definitely comes into play here, and you want to make sure, especially with gluten-free noodles, which cook a little faster, you just want to give yourself enough time for them to cool down, just so they don't get mushy. You know, you want them to still have a bite and hold up. I'm gonna try
something about that is way better than regular mac and cheese. Maybe it's the, like, baked part. That's
because I made it.
So good. Yeah, I'm sure. That's exactly right. It's because I didn't make it. That's exactly why.
I'll teach you.
Okay, let's talk about the ribs real quick. They were named some of the best ribs in the Bay Area. First of all, tell me, what does that feel like for you?
It's amazing. You know, I know that I put a lot of hard work and effort into it. You know, it's like people don't see all of it, everything that goes into it. But when it's raining or when it's dark outside, like, I'm still out there smoking ribs. So we were able to serve ribs at a pop-up party in the San Francisco area for about a whole summer. And we had thousands of customers, you know, and every single time people would be like, wow, these are the best ribs that I had. And, like, this is in a party setting, so I took it with a grain of salt. But that turned into more catering, and I keep getting the same reviews and the same results. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, and hopefully more people will hire us and get to try out the food that we cook.
You are just killing it. Now, before we taste the ribs, I want to ask you, tell me a little bit about the very beginning of you becoming a chef. Like, how did this idea get sparked in you, and how did you make it happen?
Yeah, so my mom was a chef, and I always saw how hard that could be growing up, so I didn't go straight into it. But after doing it a couple different things that didn't really spark my spirit the way that I would have liked, I got into something that I knew that I loved. And so I've been cooking since I was 17 years old, and it's been a good portion of my life now. I've gone from different restaurants, learning different skills and things like that, until eventually I realized that the only way I was going to get the food I wanted was to make it myself.
Yeah.
And here we are. We've been going for about 4 years now. I just run it with my partner, Andrea, and so far so good. Everybody seems to love it.
So exciting. Okay, I want to get into the sauce and the ribs. Now, tell me a little bit about this sauce.
Okay, so this is my proprietary sauce. It's called Guavanero.
Okay.
It's a mix of guava and habanero. I'm kind of a weenie when it comes to spice, so I made it not so spicy at first, but then people were like, the only thing that needs to change is it needs to be a little bit hotter.
Oh,
so
my goodness.
I grow my own habaneros, and then we turned it into an amazing sauce with guava paste and a bunch of aromatics as well.
Okay, I'm going to put like just a little dash of it and then use the spoon to
That's
actually,
smart.
You brought me a spork, which I have to show I think is the most amazing thing.
Sporks are the best invention ever.
Spork is the best thing. Okay, do you want some sauce too?
Yeah, sure.
You got to get some of this.
Okay.
I told you that I'm okay with heat, but now that you're telling me it's hot, I'm
You'll
a
be
little
fine.
nervous. Okay, let's see. So how long were these ribs cooked for?
For 6 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, over
Oh
wood
my
smoke.
Goodness, how do you have the patience?
You know, it's a virtue.
Okay, cheers. Ribs,
Cheers.
cheers.
Ribs,
to you.
cheers.
Okay,
Ready?
let's taste. I hope I'm ready. Not the close-up on the rib. Oh, that is so good, Ollie.
I try.
So good. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
It's medium spicy, I would say. I'm not dying. Well, as I'm eating it, it's getting more and more spicy.
It builds up.
My throat is like getting the spiciness. Okay. But it is so yummy. If people want to book you, if they want to try your food, how can they do that?
So they can go to my Instagram, either Ollie B. Eaton or Island Bay Cocina, and they can just send me a DM. They also have the email right there, so it's like if you want to send us an email or text, we're happy to answer any questions. We do parties from 10 private dinners up to 200 for corporate parties and things like that, and weddings too.
Yes. Awesome, Ollie. It was so fun to have you. Thank you so much for the taste test. And I'm still doing okay. I'm
Yeah, no,
proud of
you're good.
myself.
You're
Hey,
holding it together
look
pretty well.
at us.